Capricorn daily, actually not a daily, this is a quantum frequency reading. So, sorry, my phone's kind of doing something interesting in the background. Not sure what it's doing. I think it's wanting to focus on this thing in the background. Oops. Sorry about that, Cappy. Okay, this is your quantum frequency reading, so let's jump into it without further ado. Okay, these two cards wanted to pop out. There's some truth and clarity. There's a victory in a twin flame and or karmic soulmate relationship. I love the twin flame flag in the back. Okay, something is disempowering you though, so you might be starting to become privy to that, Capricorn. I was just talking to Sag about kind of the traps of relationships, right? Like sometimes we're so dead set on this is the person, and yet they're kind of like taking us off of our spiritual path in some ways emotionally, right? So you got to like be very mindful as to like what's the balance, what's the cost between your own truth and clarity and victory, and like are you doing things just to be right, just to win, or are you actually doing things, sorry, I just want to be clear there, that's a Virgo rising in me, to actually build your relationship, right? So that, I think, hence why the clarity, the sword, the victory, the truth card is right next to the twin flame soulmate card. Gemini, lover's energy, Capricorn. Okay. You got the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Cup of self-love and happiness, nourishing, treating the self first and foremost. I read it as Aquarius, Pisces energy on deck with that Knight of Cups in the reverse. Could also be a falling out, could be a lack of a delivery of emotion. Somebody could be lacking emotion in this relationship, causing some sort of imbalance. Maybe you're, becoming more keen and aware to the fact that that's kind of the source of the dilemma of like, your interactions or your arguments, is that this person isn't giving emotionally. They don't have this emotional thing that I have or that I need or that I want. It's this very kind of like you can't get water from stone type energy. Okay, you have the Four of Swords in the reverse. Spirit, can you please clarify? Because that card could go anyway. You're trying to get out of this objectionable, challenging energy. Okay, it requires space. It requires time. It requires healing. A lot of Libra energy on deck. That Four of Swords in the reverse speaks to meditative healing after the battle, coming out of a rest period and or requiring more rest, relaxation, recuperation to start the next cycle. Okay, you got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Here you could be out of work. You could be having work on the mind. Things are growing slowly. I could read the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse as the Seven of Pentacles in the upright. What else can I say about the Eight of Pentacles in reverse? Yeah, just out of work, or work's not doing it for you, work's out of whack for you. Could be trying to find new work. It's focusing on your quality, essentially. Again, the relationship or whatever it is that you're going through with this divine feminine, divine masculine, it could be internal. It seems to be catching your attention, your focus, and it could be that the thing that you're good at doing is suffering because something else is requiring your attention. Something in regards to relation. Again, it could be external relationship, divine masculine, feminine. It could be internal relationship. Okay, it could be a matter of you not able to find your passion for something or your emotion for the work that you do or the work that you're good at. So kind of trying to see what the heart blockages and barriers are there. Trying to see what the emotional packages are in that regard as well. Yes, there's a lot of aggression and anger. Okay, so you want to make sure that these are channeled correctly. Okay, and that you're kind of seeing the bigger picture. You're focusing on, sometimes when we get into the detail of things, too analytically minded, some, experts kind of advise that you focus on like space, the bigger picture, vastness, okay? Instead of like the objects themselves, right? You want to give space to the matter at hand, to the situation. You want to let it breathe. You want to let things go. You want to go back to your proverbial corners. If somebody has to go and take a walk or go for a hike, get some fresh air, and the other person needs to chill and be on their own. If we're talking about an external relationship. If it's internal, I would say more meditative energy, more time focusing on space and just the emptiness and meditation in a healthy, good way. Yeah, that meditation is, it works wonders for clearing the mind. Literally, your brain changes mind states and starts to vibe at a different frequency. Okay, this is not being receptive to an offer of emotion. It could be that it's not meeting your standards or your prerequisites. There's lack of truth here that you're feeling. You're feeling that sometimes people are just offering cups of emotion just to offer cups of emotion as to like, is this legit? Is this real? Does this pass the sniff test as far as my standards are concerned, right? Because you just don't want to drink out of any old cup. Fortunately enough for you, this cup is actually coming from the divine. In the four cups, it's coming from the clouds. So it's not just any old cup. You got the Four of Pentacles here holding on to resources. Could be affecting the twin flame and or soulmate karmic relationship as well. So practical financial matters could be on the table, and you could be having to revise, some form of poverty consciousness that you might be dwelling in. You might have to get more practical and focus on, getting a stable job, steady, stable income. With that Four of Pentacles, it's someone holding on too tightly to either expectations or to the way that they think things should be playing out versus, hey, they're not working out this way. But whatever it is, instead of adapting, there's an energy of holding on too tightly. And when you hold on too tightly, you can't have your arms open for more with the Ace of Pentacles here. So I do see an offer coming out of the blue to kind of lift you up into a better status, new opportunity. Could be financially, could be resource-wise, could be just an opportunity in general in your field of expertise, the ability to network or commingle or trade ideas, share, energy, ideas, resources with a group of people, or maybe even just something that you kind of overlooked prior within yourself. Okay, Capricorn, let's see what else we have as far as this quantum frequency reading. But a lot of it is, again, you're wanting to change your perception of things. Excuse me, you're wanting to change your perception of things, and you're wanting to start to see opportunity around you. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, because right now you're channeling Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. This is asking you to open your heart to your passions, Capricorn, more so. Okay, and then obviously you want to kind of try to balance that with practicality, knowing that one does not defeat the other, knowing that one doesn't have to be put away entirely to kind of meet the standards of the other, which is the Queen of Pentacles being able to provide for herself and her loved ones. This is coming out of a poverty consciousness. Okay, this is making amends. So a lot of good, healthy, healing energy on deck for you, Capricorn. Try not to be so kind of married to the fact that like this one thing has to happen perfectly. Because when you're holding on too tightly to that, a la the Four of Pentacles, then you're not able to receive more and more abundance via that Ace of Pentacles wanting to come in for you. Okay, Cap, so I'm going to leave it there for you. If this resonated for you, leave a comment below. Feel free to like, share, follow across all social media platforms. Website link below to book a one-on-one reading over text, over phone, over Messenger, over FaceTime, whatever you're comfortable with. I got my email up there, etc., etc. Holler at your boy for more, Cappy. Wishing you all the best. Peace.